Guys, it's Jess, and I am here with my favorite lenders and friends, Liz Rich. She is joining us for our Tuesday Tips with Jess, and we really were just talking as friends about what's going on. And I was like, why don't we hop on Zoom? Because other people need to know, and I like these conversational ways that we're just talking about the market and housing and how the Fed and the job market affects everything. So we just wanted to hop on and let you into our super exciting conversations. Liz, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Hey, y'all.
Awesome. Well, first of all, I was just looking at last month's statistics in the Austin area, and we're seeing prices remain pretty stable. They're down a little bit. We still have about 4 months of inventory on the market, so it's a pretty balanced market. The number of sales decreased a little bit and prices are pretty steady. They decreased just a little bit. So, we're just figuring out what everything means and how buyers can really make that work in this market. What do you think, Liz?
Yeah, I mean, I can speak to the contracts that I'm receiving and some of the things that I'm sharing with my realtor partners and tips and tricks to win in this market is asking for seller concessions and seller paid title. When we're in this economy of money being tight and people trying to find ways to get into a home, get into the door, what are some ways that we can decrease the cost, help the seller still accomplish their goal of moving the property, but also making it affordable? So, really, like those seller concessions and seller paid title are how I'm seeing contracts written right now.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really helpful. And there are a decent amount of homes out there on the market, and there are some motivated sellers that need to sell right now. There's vacant homes, there's a variety of different ways I can search for, more motivated sellers, days on market, in the areas that people need, depending on the buyer's needs. Um, the sellers are offering a lot more concessions and price reductions for buyers. So at the end of the day, securing a great house at a decent, good, attractive price and getting help to buy down the rate is really a pretty good deal. I keep hearing people say, like, I think in a few years, or for sure in 5 to 10 years, you're going to wish you bought more now when prices in this market is a little bit more sluggish.
Right? You can always change your interest rate, but you can never change the price that you purchased your house at. So that's also the winning message, I think, too, is if you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for interest rates to drop, well, so is a ton of other people. And when you have a demand, prices go up. The demand's not as high, so we do see prices drop. But the people who are winning right now and getting into real estate are people who have a little bit of money for the down payment. Maybe they don't, and we're getting their down payment covered. And then those seller concessions and seller paid title. I mean, we might be getting into a house for 25, $2,800 total all in. So I mean, there's a lot of ways right now, Jess, and I would just definitely encourage anybody who's on the fence to pick up the phone and call you. Something
Absolutely.
else that I heard that I thought was pretty interesting, and I don't know if you've seen this, is have you heard of the seller? Um, let's say they have an open house, people come through, they get great feedback, and they have somebody who's really interested. Have you ever heard of the seller making an offer to the potential buyer, having the listing agent submit an offer to the buyer's agent?
No, but I feel like those conversations are not uncommon just as conversations between the agents. And I've kind of encountered a similar case as a listing agent. Buyers are coming in with pretty low offers and the sellers are kind of just at a standstill. And so I'm like, what do we think about asking if this will work? But that's interesting for sellers to be making offers and, kind of like an auction type situation, or here's, what would work for me, what works for you. But I love it. I'm getting creative out there as well on ways to, find the right buyers for my listings and help buyers get into a great house right now. But there's a lot of different things we can do. And I've had some buyers that are kind of waiting to get their ducks in a row, aren't sure if they qualify the traditional, they don't think they qualify. They might think they need 20% down or great credit or, a W-2 job and just a really simple file. But what have you been seeing and doing to get I know.
That's not the case right now. That's not truth. I mean, maybe in like 2020, 2021, when things were crazy, like the perfect file was, what was in the winning market. But right now, I'm doing a ton of alternative products, bank statement loans, DSCR loans, P&L only loans. I mean, there's so many different products out there for the self-employed person or somebody who is non-traditional income
Yep.
to find ways to qualify. I mean, I wouldn't let the 20% down is the only way to really, I mean, even if you
Mhm.
look at the loan level pricing adjustments inside of how rates are built, the 20% down isn't what we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
So,
I've been
we're
seeing yeah, I've been seeing 0 down. I've been seeing some down payment assistance stuff. Absolutely. And sellers are much more open to all that stuff as well. And so from my side, and probably yours too, Liz, I recommend that you guys reach out to us and have these conversations earlier than you think, because there are a lot of things we can do if we have a couple months to get you in a good position to buy. So on the realtor side, we could start doing market research and just, nailing down, getting a little bit more specific on what you want. And on the lender side, there could be a surprise or something we need to clear up or submit a letter on or work on, or I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that can happen if we have time. So reach out sooner than later. We're not scary and we're here to help you guys.
definitely. The only other thing I can say is really like, I think why we're seeing the broker channel just exponentially grow is these flexible products. And, the average broker is saving the buyer about $9,400 per transaction.
Wow.
So if you think about what that money could do when you're buying a new house, it's, be looking for brokers, be looking for different types of blending that wasn't the standard across
Mhm.
the decades. So,
Yep. You
and
guys
the
can
products are there.
shop around for whatever products you need. And I'm getting creative with commission structure and all kinds of different things to help deals work for my people. So that's awesome, Liz. Thank you. And the
Welcome.
market will pick back up. The demand for jobs will go up, especially here in Austin. We are still in a pretty good place, and there's a lot we can do to help with rates and stuff. So don't be scared by all the doom and gloom stuff you're hearing out there on the news these days. It is not that bad. And
Yes.
we're still helping people buy and sell both, like reach their goals with real estate and move to a better situation for their families. So
What is it? Like 4.9 million deals have happened this year. If real estate was all doom and gloom,
right.
we
No,
wouldn't be seeing
we're
numbers. Real
closing
estate,
deals every day. Deals are
yeah,
happening. And, like I said, people are going to be glad in the long run that they got into a great house when they did. And pricing is still, inflation and just appreciation is back to normal. So 3, 4%, like we're not seeing huge swings in the value of these products. So you're still in a good position to buy real estate in the long term.
well, I mean, 3%, 4%, that's still more than some people's stocks and traditional
Absolutely.
investing
And,
is.
you
So,
know, you need a good place to live regardless. You're going to be paying rent or mortgage one way or another, probably, most
well,
likely.
and think about the tax advantage, Jess. Like when you have somebody who is a standard W-2 employee who is paying the top amount of taxes that's renting. They don't even have a single deduction. Who do you think the government wants? Like
Yeah.
those are the bread and butter of the people. So
So,
let's really think about it from a tax perspective and limiting what your overall taxable income is. I mean, there's more reasons just than appreciation. I mean,
so
I personally know I want to pay the least amount of taxes possible,
absolutely. Me too. That's so true. Yeah, I forget about that one.
right? Well,
Well,
and then if you pay points too, points are a tax deduction. If you're
mhm,
needing to offload in
yep,
this last quarter, I definitely say if your CPA is needing you to take a loss on something, let's look at real estate as an option.
Absolutely.
Gotta
Yeah,
just
it
plan,
could
girl.
be a
Gotta
great
plan.
thing to offset other gains. And yeah, there's tons of
Yeah.
fun tax strategies. Um, well, awesome. I know everyone's situation is a little bit different, but Liz and I are here to chat about it, talk pros and cons, brainstorm, get creative, just talk about it, whether the right time is now or in a year. We're here to help. So please don't hesitate to reach out and let us know if there's anything we can do. Thanks, Liz.
You're welcome. Thanks, Jess. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Bye bye.